A very good day to you. Welcome to mrdannylim.blogspot.sg. My name is Danny. Welcome again. Long time no see. Today we'll be touching on the topic of breakthrough. Okay, what is a breakthrough and how do we achieve it? Now, breakthrough management is one of my top 5 skills in parenting. Okay, I believe being an effective parents, we should always help our children to achieve breakthroughs in their lives. Okay, even when they are very young, we need to help them, okay, in the correct direction, to improve in the correct direction. Okay, so now what is a breakthrough? Okay, a breakthrough is actually essentially and it's just an improvement, okay, in the right direction. Okay, you want your child to improve in his homework, you want your child to improve in his integrity or in his resilience. Okay, all these are considered breakthroughs when they have improved. Is considered a breakthrough. Now, many people don't understand, okay, that there are 2 types of breakthroughs. Okay, one type, okay, is what I call the paradigm shift. Now, paradigm shift breakthroughs are mega. Okay, they are ultra mode, they are ultra shift, they are ultra change. Okay, in their thinking. Okay, a paradigm shift is actually a change that is so big that it changes the way you live, the changes you think about life, the changes it changes the way you handle the challenges that you have in life. Okay, now the thing about paradigm shifts is that it is not predictable. Okay, it may come, it may not come. Okay, for me, I achieved quite a few paradigm shifts in my life. One of my biggest paradigm shifts is actually when my eldest son is born. Okay, when Zenith is born, actually I changed my thinking by quite a fair bit. Okay, before that I was like trying to earn a lot of money, trying to buy this and buy that, a lot of material types of possessions. Okay, I want to get things. Okay, and when Zenith is born, after a while, I do not know why, but I felt that spending time with him is more important than all of these things, and my role has changed. It's no longer acquisition. Okay, it's actually more on a nurturing and development type. Okay, where I develop and nurture my children, which I feel that is more important for them, because next time when they grow up, they need to live a healthy and wise life. Okay, now this paradigm shift type of breakthrough, everybody knows. Okay, they know because it's in Chinese, right? It's called a 突破. It's suddenly like, suddenly you wake up. It's like a waking call. You wake up. Okay, now there is another type of paradigm shift. There's another type of breakthrough. Okay, which is your small continuous improvement. Okay, now this is the one that we are going to focus on today. I would say that comparing paradigm shifts and small continuous improvements, right, is the one that changed my life by a lot. Okay, by a lot. Let's say one day I'll read only 2 pages of a book. Now, then 1 year I'm going to read over 730 pages of books. Okay, that's if one day I'm reading just 2 pages. So can you imagine I'm like ahead of normal people by 700 over pages already. So every day do a little bit. Okay, it's actually more impactful than your paradigm shift. Now, there are a few reasons. One of the main reasons is that small continuous improvement, it can be planned and it can be inculcated into your lifestyle. But paradigm shifts, they are very unpredictable. It may come and it may not come. So you don't know when are you going to have that paradigm shift and upgrade your level by a lot. But small continuous improvement, every day you improve by about a little bit. After a while, the breakthrough is actually a lot. Okay, when it compounds, it's actually a lot. Okay, now paradigm shifts. Okay, just like I explained just now, what's a paradigm shift? It's a mega change. It's an ultra change in your mindset. Okay, you suddenly change the way you think about things and the way you perceive things. Okay, your perspective changes. Okay, now how can we achieve this paradigm shift? Okay, by read. You can read a lot on other people. the successful people out there. You read their biography, okay, and then you read or go online, listen to lectures, okay, and then learn about how and what other people are doing in the other parts of the world. Okay, now for paradigm shifts, the secret here is actually divergence. Okay, cover as much ground as possible, hoping that something will hit you and then you just change. Now the other one is listen. Now this listening is not listening to lectures. This listening is actually listening to your friends. Okay, when you talk to your friends, listen to them. Listen to what's happening to their lives. Okay, it may suddenly cause you to change your thinking. Or maybe yesterday you just think that it's very important to do this, but when you listen to your friends about what happened to them and their experiences, suddenly you realize that what you consider important is no longer important anymore. Something else is more important. Then you have your paradigm shift. Okay, and then the last one is life difficulties. For me, most of my paradigm shifts come from life difficulties. Okay, some difficult things happen in my life, and suddenly whatever that is high in priority, suddenly they're not important anymore. There are other important things, and the way I view what is my purpose and how should I move forward is also changed by the life difficulties. Okay, it is indeed one of the most powerful drivers for paradigm shifts. Okay, so you can see paradigm shifts are not very predictable. Okay, you read, you may happen, you listen, you may happen. When you go through life difficulties, some people will have paradigm shifts, some people will not. Some people just mope around and then just tide it over, and after that they go back to the same. They are the same again. Okay, so it's very unpredictable. So I don't rely plainly on paradigm shifts for creating breakthroughs in my children. Okay, so how do I create breakthroughs in my children? I use small continuous improvement. Now, small continuous improvement, it's those people who mingle with me or chat up with me, you will know. Okay, I have a lot of Chinese terms, and I incorporated a lot of the physics law or some other chemistry law into my philosophy or my methods. Okay, it's the way I remember. Okay, law of inertia, which is I think your Newton's first law. Okay, whatever that is not moving, it will not move unless a force is applied to it. Whatever is moving, it will not stop moving unless a force is applied to it. So it's the law of inertia. Okay, so it plainly says it's like something that's moving, not moving, right? You put there, it will not move. Something that is moving, either friction will cause it to slow down, or you need to be there or to have an opposite force to let it stop. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, for me, this is very, very important. What I want, right, is to create a momentum in my children that I keep supplying a little bit of force each day, and as that little bit of force adds up, right, you'll become a mega push force. Okay, which makes them propel forward, and then it's compounded, so it will get they will get better and better, and they'll do more and more. Okay, later I will illustrate this to you. Okay, now in Chinese, I also have a term for this. Okay, 顺手推舟. Okay, so you have the boat going down the stream, right? All you need is just a little bit of force, and then the boat can travel quite fast already. Okay, so law of inertia, remember this small continuous improvement. We are touching on the law of inertia. Now, for small continuous improvement, you need to consider another factor, which is the effort. You must make the effort very small. Just imagine your child. You give your child one whole paper to do, one whole maths paper to do. Okay, even worse, if you have P5 or P6 kid, you give him paper 1 and paper 2. Then he needs to do paper 1 and paper 2. The one word he can describe to you, sian. Okay, because why? Very, very big effort. He considered that as a very big effort. Now you contrast it. Instead of doing one paper on Wednesday, you separate it. Just today, just do one page only. Tomorrow, just do one page. Now, if one page is multiple choice, it's even lower effort. So when your child views it as lower effort, he will be more inclined to do it. Okay, again, I will illustrate to you later. Just take note of this factor. The other one is alternatives. Now, this one is very important. I realized this in my the way I create routines for my children. Now, the routines are important. Now, let's say 8 to 8:30 is just homework time. During this homework time, no one is supposed to watch TV, no one is supposed to play game, no one is supposed to do any other things. They are supposed to just sit down. Okay, now then they have no alternatives. Okay, they will have to sit down and do work. Now, if there is alternative, let's say, okay, my eldest son is doing work, second son no work to do, then he just watch TV. My son is just at another table. Then there will be this emotional struggle in him. I want to watch TV also. How come I'm not watching TV? How come I'm doing work? How come I'm the only one doing work? Now, when you have an alternative for him at that point of time, he will need more effort to do that piece of work, even if it is just one page of worksheet. Okay, so remember these two things. Okay, the factors that are going to affect small continuous improvement. Okay, now I'm going to illustrate to you small continuous improvement, how I go about doing it in my children. Now, those who talk to me a lot, excuse me, those who talk to me a lot will know that I'm someone who like to plan and also calculate the smallest detail, okay, that I can have to influence my children, okay, in the right direction, because I feel that that's important. As a parent, we need to guide them in the right direction. So now, every child, they have this comfort zone. Okay, now I'm just going to draw for you comfort zone. Okay, now imagine every child, they have this place called comfort zone. Now, this comfort zone is very similar to what we have as an adult also. Okay, as an adult, we also have our comfort zone. Okay, now it's very difficult, okay, to achieve or to change or to venture out of your comfort zone. Now, let's say you want to venture all the way out here, okay, all the way out here. Now, this will actually be your paradigm shift. When something very big happen to you, okay, this will be your paradigm shift, and suddenly your comfort zone will grow. Either it grows towards it or it change to this part. Either here you will establish a new comfort zone, or you will assimilate it together into one big comfort zone. Now your comfort zone is bigger. Because of the paradigm shift, whatever that you think is not possible is now possible. Okay, now that will be your paradigm shift. It's extremely difficult to achieve in children. Okay, because it's hard for them to achieve paradigm shift, and it's actually very difficult to pull them out of their comfort zone. If you don't believe me, you try with your children. In fact, I think those who are parents will know. Okay, to get them to do work is so difficult. Okay, because it's out of their comfort zone. They are more comfortable reading their own book, playing their games, or watching TV. Very comfortable. To venture out of that is very, very difficult. So what you want to do is actually to create the small improvement in such a way that it is so small that there is no need a lot of effort to do it. Okay, now I'm going to create let's say, okay, this is their comfort zone. Every day they just do some they are just watching TV and they are just playing games. Okay, so that will be their comfort zone. Now suddenly, if you implement something very big like one whole paper, it will be very, very out of their comfort zone. But what you want is you implement a very small improvement. Okay, you just talk to them, ask them about whether they want to improve or not. They want to improve. Now just make a very small change in their life. Okay, now it can be as small as one question. Okay, let's say your child is totally not motivated at all. Now, if your child is totally not motivated at all, it's very difficult to do even one page of worksheet. Then what to do? Just do one question. Okay, now it may seem small to you, but this is the first step. Later on, I will establish, I'll illustrate more. Okay, let's say the example is one question. Now, one question is very, very close to their comfort zone. Very, very close to your comfort zone here. Okay, so they do for 1 day, do for 2 days, do for 3 days. Each day only do one question. Now, after 7 days or 14 days, okay, their comfort zone will grow and assimilate this as their new comfort zone. They are very comfortable here, very comfortable. Then give them a new challenge, or change another little bit. Instead of one question, do 2 questions now, because they are already very comfortable doing one question. So your next hurdle is just 2 questions. So again, you are just going to have one very small change excuse me, and then assimilate it into the child's new comfort zone after another 7 days or another 10 days. Now, all these are their new comfort zone already. It's incorporated into the new comfort zone. Now, as you go, as the time passes and you increase a bit by a bit, their comfort zone will grow bigger, okay, and bigger, and bigger. Now, after let's say 1 year, I believe, okay, you can actually ask him to sit down and do maybe half a paper, okay, half a paper, or even like paper 1 for math or paper 2 for math, without any complaints and with full effort. Why? Because it's already in their comfort zone. They will give their best efforts and they will not complain. Okay. Now, in order to do this well, you must remember, okay, you must make the effort very small. The effort must be so small that the child is able to, it's like nothing to them. One question, okay, can. Then they just take 1 minute to do it. If it is very small, it's very easy. Okay, very easy for them to do it. Now, also, you must remember, as the task become bigger, let's say as it become 10 questions or 20 questions, you must remember the alternative. Must not create any alternatives for them. Meaning, you must set aside the time and they have to sit there and do. Okay, so they cannot instead of doing work, they can play. Now, if you are creating the alternative there, the effort suddenly becomes very big. The perceived effort becomes very big and they will not want to do it. Or they do it, but they don't want to put in their best efforts. Okay? Now, as time passes, I can tell you the comfort zone will grow bigger and bigger until the improvement is so big that you look back, you will not recognize that was your child like maybe 1 year ago. Okay? Now, small continuous improvement is one of my top most used parenting technique for my children. Not only on studies, okay, but also on other things like resilience. Okay, like let's say if they learn music, it can be music, it can also be sports. Okay, just very small changes each day. Okay, and also discipline. Okay, or in other words, self-discipline. Okay, you can also train them improve a bit by a bit each day. After a while, after a long time, the compounded effort and the compounded results is going to be humongous. Okay, that will be your small continuous improvement. Okay, that is all. I hope I gave you something of value today. Okay, being a parent is not easy. Being a tutor is not easy. Okay, I'm a private tutor myself. I see children sometimes. I just hope and wish, because they're not my own children, it's very, very difficult for me to implement this type of changes. But for parents, they will be able to do it every day. Okay, for me, I also do this in tuition. Okay, a bit by a bit. Okay, and then keep telling them stories, keep telling them what is happening in the other parts of the world, and keep hoping. Okay, you have to do two things continuously. You have to keep telling them stories. You have to keep exposing them, okay, to new stuff, so that the paradigm shifts may happen. At the same time, you cannot depend on just paradigm shifts for the breakthrough. You have to do the small continuous improvement, okay, so that in case the paradigm shift don't happen, it's perfectly fine. The child is still moving the right direction, is still improving. Every day, his life is having this incremental increase in value. Okay, I hope you have fun. Okay, this session, I still have quite a fair bit of tips or tricks, okay, to talk to you about. Okay, but I need to find time to record. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.